Support WrestleTalk!
Hello, I'm Adam from WrestleTalk. Welcome to a slightly different version of a weekly news wrap-up list. We're still tinkering with the format, thinking, well, if our fans watch the news each day, then why would they watch another with the same stories? Or maybe that helps bring in people who aren't fans, or helps out people pressed for time. But editing it together on a Saturday means maybe we're going to miss out a potentially big news story like Bayley's injury. So instead, we're trying this, a collection of 5 stories from the week that didn't actually get covered by the main WrestleTalk news. As always, let us know what you think, what it is you'd like to see. Help us, help you. We'd love your input and we'll chat it through with you in the comments. I'm Adam from WrestleTalk and here are 5 wrestling news stories you might have missed. And remember to give us a subscribe and enable notifications to always be on for daily wrestling news. Ollie told me to make a joke in this bit to boost subscribers, but I can't think of one. So if you could subscribe and then leave a joke saying, haha, great joke, I subscribe because of the great joke, that'll get him off my back. Number 1, Ring of Honor returns. With AEW becoming the second biggest promotion in North America behind WWE, Ring of Honor has slipped from the number 2 spot to an unofficial 3rd/4th place with Impact. Turns out prioritizing the safety of your wrestlers during a pandemic will do that to you. What a lovely business. Thankfully, their first major show of the year, Best in the World last Sunday, acted as a soft ROH relaunch, the perfect jumping on point for new and lapsed fans alike, revealing the incredible roster they've cultivated during a period of intense competition from WWE, AEW, and having its access to New Japan talent reduced. Bodyslam.net's Skylar Russell considers ROH to have 4 of the top 25 wrestlers in the world: Jonathan Gresham, Dragon Lee, Bandito, and Tracy Williams. ROH seemed to agree, as the pay-per-view's top 3 matches saw lots of capital letters stuff happening. Former WWE star Chelsea Green debuted on the show, and not 1, not 4, but 3 of the promotion's top titles changed hands. Dragon Lee defeated Tony Deppen to become the TV champion. Violence Unlimited's Chris Dickinson and Homicide beat the Foundation to become the new tag champs, and Bandito won the ROH World Championship from Roosh in the main event. Jonathan Gresham, meanwhile, retained his Pure title against Mike Bennett, an exciting division that only debuted last year under Pure Wrestling rules, which I won't go into. Google it. You can watch the Best of the World pay-per-view on Fight.tv. Number 2, Fandango's new name. Just a few weeks after being released by WWE, Fandango has revealed the name he'll be wrestling under on the indies, Dirty Dango, which is that's quite threatening, like a tonal return to the unsettling Johnny Curtis and his Let's Get Weird persona from NXT. I don't want to get weird with you, Dirty Dango. I've never wanted anything less. The announcement came with the release of his new shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees, showing a dirtbag dancer design on the front, and his 2021 retirement tour through September and October of catering. There's a link in the video description below to help support Dirty Dango. I just don't like how those words feel in my mouth. Number 3, Pete Dunne shoots on fake charity winner. Pete Dunne is best known for snapping and biting his opponent's fingers in the ring. In his spare time, though, he raises money for children's hospices. You're exposing the business, Pete. Unprofessional. Following last month's NXT takeover in your house, Dunne auctioned off his gear from that show, which had also been graced by the sweat of Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Karrion Kross, and Johnny Gargano. So that's way more fluids for your buck to raise money for a children's hospice near his home county. But taking to Twitter, he then revealed, "First of all, I just want to thank everyone that participated in the auction for their generous bids. We raised a huge amount of money for an amazing charity, which is a hospice for children in the West Midlands, UK, the last bid being $5,000. Unfortunately, the person who made the last bid had no intention of paying and sent us messages afterwards poking fun at wrestling being fake. I've attached the screenshots and the person's username. We have their name and address, and when we got in contact with them on a social media platform, we immediately received another from eBay from the same account claiming they didn't place the bid and to cancel the order. I don't know what kind of individual it takes to poke fun at wrestling to the detriment of a children's hospice, but here we are. I will leave my DMs open for the next couple of days. If you made a bid, please message me and let's see if we can work out who had the highest bid before this idiot snuck in at the end." Here's hoping that the rest of the fundraiser went off without a hitch, and we'd like to share Pete Dunne's assessment of that fake bidder as a massive wang. Number 4, WWE returns to live events with Rusev. On Friday's episode of SmackDown, WWE returned to touring in front of live fans for the first time since March 2020, but despite having a full year off, which might be a decent window to, if nothing else, update your branding, a production truck was spotted in Houston for SmackDown with the faces of current WWE stars Jeff Hardy, Naomi, and the not-so-current WWE contracted wrestler Rusev, along with the sadly passed Brody Lee. A small point, perhaps, but still another touch of WWE as an inhuman corporate machine. I mean, you released these people for budgetary reasons, right? Could that not have freed up some cash for a new decal? WWE is effectively promoting their rival promotion's mid-card champion, Rusev, now called Miro in AEW, despite him being released from the company over 15 months months ago, and to be fair, WWE cut so many people so often, the graphics department has probably given up on updating them. There's only so many times you can push that massive boulder up the hill and it keeps rolling back down. And number 5, the meaning behind Miro's new championship. Let's end with something nice. AEW's TNT title infamously debuted unfinished and has had several design updates since, including one design permanently being retired after the passing of Mr. Brody Lee. On Wednesday's episode of Dynamite, Miro revealed yet another overhaul to the championship look, which Twitter user Maggie_IK has explained the significance of. A Bulgarian flag of Bulgaria history lesson with Maggie. Miro is basically wearing the Bulgarian flag. The white strap represents spirit and freedom. It's up to you to figure out what he broke free from. I'm not making any assumptions here. The green represents the beautiful Bulgarian mountains, which outline his ambition to climb to the top of the hashtag AEW mountain. I can only assume he'll continue wearing the red gear, the red representing the blood our ancestors spilled defending our country. I see this as the blood he's willing to spill, crushing his enemies, as he's made perfectly clear in his promo last night on hashtag AEW Dynamite. And finally, the side plates, the city of Plovdiv's coat of arms, his hometown and mine. It says, and I'm going to try and get this pronunciation as right as I can, Dreven i Večen, ancient and eternal. Plovdiv is Europe's oldest city and it will never fall. The two lions are holding a crown over 7 hills. Plovdiv is built on 7 hills. I can absolutely understand if you guys don't like the new design, but I'm greatly biased here, and seeing my hometown's logo on a hashtag AEW belt fills me with pride and hope that maybe the best is yet to come. That is just nice, and a customized title that isn't just whacking a huge cartoon bull on some leather or whatever awful thing Edge was going for with that horrendous spinner. And that's our list. Share this video around and remember to subscribe to WrestleTalk for daily wrestling news, and for up to the minute breaking stories, make WrestleTalk.com your homepage. Jam that jam, everybody.